Hi everyone, Lazola here. Welcome to my page. So today we're talking about presentations, and the title of this video is how to make an impactful presentation. Now, this video is based on my experience. I've made a ton of presentations in my industry, and I've also seen a lot of young people, trainees, and a couple of my subordinates, make presentations, and you know, I sort of built experience, or I've gained experience over the years on how to make impact, especially in the corporate sector, and most specifically in the manufacturing sector, which is an environment that's extremely high paced and people don't have time. So I'll be sharing five insights that I believe, or five key lessons I think will assist, in making your presentations stand out, so that you are able to deliver the message and leave the audience thinking about what you've presented. So the first one is pretty simple. It's know what you're talking about. So in other words, research. So when you're presenting about a topic, it needs to be seamless. When you are talking, you need not look at your slides, because whatever's in your slides needs to be in your brain, which means that you need to have researched the content, prepared thoroughly for the presentation ahead of time, so that when you are presenting it, you can look the audience in the eye such that they buy into you rather than what is behind you. Because a presentation, in essence, is a visual aid. When you're presenting, people buy into you, right? And the second one is around time. When you're presenting, your presentation shouldn't be very long that people get bored. You must understand that people, especially in the corporate sector, have a very short attention span. So your presentation should be anything from 5 to 10 minutes. That's it. You can't go more than that. I mean, I know in university people practice 15 minutes. That's still too long. Your presentation needs to be compressed into such an extent that it is comprised out of key highlights and lowlights, and is able to have a theme and delivers a straightforward message. So keep it brief. The third one is try and use as much visual aids as possible, which means that avoid using a lot of literature in your presentations, and try and summarize it either through graphs or a picture, something that's visual, so that the audience looks at the picture, starts thinking, and then listens to you. The literature that's supposed to be on your slides needs to come out of your mouth, because that's how people will be able to memorize and consume the content that you are presenting. And then the other one, or the fourth one, is you need to be able to build up to the end, or to the key message of the presentation. So if you're presenting something about an improvement, you must understand that, like a movie, you must have an intro that introduces the content, and then you must have build up to the climax where you are saying that this is the key thing, and then you must then be able to summarize it. So if you are in the automotive sector, and let's say now you're coming up with an innovation that's going to improve the process, right? You've done your research, you've done all the work, so you're going to introduce the current state, right? And then you're then going to work your way up in terms of identifying the way or the method that you follow to get to your conclusion. Once you hit your ideal state, you will then back it up with facts, put financial figures that substantiate what you found, and then work around your action plan and your timing. That's the key way to captivate, or to capture, especially leaders or decision makers in an organization that really want to get the bottom line of what you're saying, right? And then the last one, which is the most important one, is at the end, always have a summary page that summarizes the gist of what you've just presented. I think they call it conclusion when you are in university, but in the working space, it's just having a summary of, it's either the benefits of what you're presenting and the financial figures, which means the improvements numerically that are going to happen when you implement the solution or the proposal that you are currently presenting to your audience. So I think those are the 5 key ways that you can make impact through your presentations and really capture your audience such that you leave them thinking, and this will just show them that you are really capable of more, and it will assist you in terms of your own career growth. So if I can summarize, the first one is that you need to know your content, which means you need to be able to summarize it properly. You need to keep your presentations brief. You need to utilize proper visual aids that are able to communicate what you are trying to present. And then you need to have a build-up for your presentation, which means that you need to have a start, middle, and end, so that at least you take your audience on a sort of a journey. And then last but not least, you need to also have a summary page that highlights all the benefits of your presentation, so that at least if a person lost concentration, they can at least be hit by those one-liners. Improvement or the bottom line of the business will increase by 2%, or the process variations will be reduced by X or Y%, something like that. Things where, a person will feel like, just say this, I need to go back, or they'll ask you to send the presentation. But yeah, those are just important lessons that I've learned and things that I apply in my current job that make my presentation stand out and make more impact than those presented by someone else. So that's it from my side. Please subscribe, like the video, and comment, and yeah, I'll keep the content pumping. Enjoy it. Thank you.